Where is she? Where is the matriarch? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Put him down!
Drax! Buddy, just calm down! No, she called me here to mend what I lost.
Rocket, a little help here? Hi, guys. Don't worry, Green Meanie's fine. Fine-ish. I saw time inside his mind. The lies that bind. I mean, what's a girl to do? Come on! The creepy cave's this way!
The what now?
The creepy cave! Where the darkest of our future paths will meet. Dark as in unknown, not as in bad. I mean, it might be bad. But no way can it be worse than the futures I did see, because those were definitely bad. Very bad. You don't want to know how bad.
Can someone please translate her? Oh. What are we looking for in here?
She doesn't know.
Thing that's gonna help Drax.
We're all just taking the word of the space case.
She's not a space...
Spooky!
Where is the matriarch?
This is the one where I fail. We're trying to help you! It's okay. The one where I fail is the one where you don't. Shh. Stay with me.
Hey, guys! Check it out! I'm totally not dead! What?
You almost killed all of us! No more blowing things up, Rocket! Ever!
You're gonna regret saying that.
I don't remember this part.
Okay. Look, guys, I appreciate what you all did for me back there with the water thing. But following the bug lady any deeper is officially stupid.
Rocket.
No. Fog monsters? Cave pigs? Wet waterfalls?
Technically, all water...
No, Quill. She doesn't know where we are. She doesn't know where we're going. She doesn't know what we're looking for.
Mantis, are we hot or cold?
Room temperature.
Okay. Rocket. Check it out. Still not dead.
I can't believe you did that for us.
Hey, a friend needed help.
Bunch of them.
Rocket, man. Can we please just save Drax already?
Now you know what we're looking for?
Something sad and sulking, licking lingering wounds.
If it's here.
She's totally gonna feed us to something awful down here. I know it.
Should we expect a fight?
Probably. You guys aren't very good at the whole de-escalation thing.
You're kidding. Even with our prize negotiator over here?
In a very small, fractured universe, Star Guy ends up being as charming as he thinks he is.
Mantis has been right so far.
About what? Finding swamp water in the stinking cave of doom? Yeah, Bug Lady got that part right.
Thanks.
The priests of Pama settled Lamentus for a reason. This is a place of healing.
Uh-huh. Spiritual healing.
Drax would have taken us right back to Sacrosanct if Mantis hadn't seen it coming.
Exactly. We can trust her.
That's not always true, but this time, yes. I think I'm one of the good ones.
I think Drax is trying to say something.
You stop that. I said stop. There. All better.
Alright, gang, we back at it with another playthrough of Guardians of the Galaxy. So let's get this John rolling. Stat. Gotta save our boy Drax. He's all crazy.
How much can we fix?
What do you mean?
Like, can we give him the ability to understand sarcasm or respect personal space? Oh, I can think of a few words we could remove from his vocabulary.
But then he wouldn't be Drax.
So you're saying there's no downside?
We're here. Home of the
Wonders.
healing light. Source of the cure. Origin of Raker's power.
It's a cocoon?
Told you she was gonna feed us to some giant bug. Or maybe she's the bug, and that's some kind of external digestion sac or something.
You realize this is weird, right?
Oh, it gets weirder.
Oh, good. That's what I was hoping for. Like a little hobbit hole.
Oh, gross! Please tell me Drax is the only one who's got to go in that creepy egg sack.
So the shepherds found fresh flock.
Hey there.
Foolish followers.
Think fast, beard butt!
You know not the gravity of your treacherous trespass. You cannot quell a god. Prepare for oblivion, interloper.
Oh, what's this one? Okay, Green Meanie, you're up.
Found you. What wayward wickedness is this?
Nasty uglies from that busted noggin of yours. It's okay, guys, it's him, Aaron Witchcraft. No, wait, Aiden Warsock. Ashley Warsock.
Adam Warlock?
That's it, the Golden God guy.
Hold on. This guy's Raker's old divine whatever?
Looks pretty good for a dead guy.
Were you not sent by the sanctimonious shepherd?
Us? With Raker? Not a chance. We're trying to shut his ass down.
See? Friends. Okay, big guy, and we go. Come on! All the ones where we die already happened.
Raker's got half the galaxy going cuckoo bananas. Our friend included.
I swapped your ass for a newer, younger blue-skinned model.
So, can you help us? Mantis seems to think you can cure Drax.
My heavenly healing is veiled malignance. A first folly I swore never to repeat.
Can someone translate this guy?
He said no.
What protection I can proffer is to remain reclusive.
Not this time, Goldie. The pieces need to go back together. We just gotta get you all closer to the puzzle.
And that would be...
In here, of course.
Oh, wait, let's talk about...
What the butt?
It's like the beginning of Space Odyssey.
Welcome to the astral planes, Snorlord.
You teleported us?
Oh, no. You're still comfy cozy with me. I just merged your minds.
Merged our what?
I gave no consent to this, Planescaper.
She's not big on asking permission. It's all pretty sure this and fate of the galaxy that.
Don't you get huffy, God Guy. Your gold hands are all over this mess.
What's that supposed to mean? I thought this guy was how we cured Drax.
Cure and cause can coalesce.
Guys? Is that Drax?
Hi, Groot.
So we're going into Drax's head. Literally.
Green Meanie's in there somewhere. Find him. Convince him to come back to reality.
Mantis, please tell me we're supposed to be going into the bright light.
Pretty sure. You need to reach the heart of Drax's promise. Much deeper than I've ever seen.
Wait, if you've never seen it, does that mean it never happens?
Hope not. Just keep going. And if we lose contact, listen to Amy Winsock.
She means you.
Quite clearly.
Whoa. This is Drax's promise? Mine was a lot less downery.
This is just the doorstep. Poor guy was stuck here, reliving the loss of his family.
Your friend's fear and pain primed him as prey.
What do you know about it, Goldilocks?
More than I mind.
There's the big galoot. That was
This
easy.
is just an echo, little fuzzy. Part of poor Greenie can never stop digging until he accepts what's there.
You're not the only one that hears that, right?
Thanos.
We got a runner.
After him, Starlight! I don't know this part!
Drax!
Please be something soft down there!
It's gonna be his brain.
Drax?
Not Drax. Thanos.
Bet you weren't expecting a family reunion, hey Gamora?
I'm going to enjoy this. Hope the rest of you are as ready for this as I am!
Rifle now, Rocket! Drax really killed this guy?
Allegedly!
Have fun beating up your dad, Gamora!
He isn't real! And he's not my dad!
Not so tough after all.
Something's not right.
You fail to fathom the rules of this realm.
What the?
Okay, that's new. That's new, right?
Think I remember there being two of him.
Twice the ugly, twice the target practice.
Seeing double.
Chill out! Hey, Goldie! Don't support you want to lend a hand!
He said no.
Yeah, I got that one, thanks!
It is a destined defeat.
Is that supposed to mean something to us?
Look out! At this rate, we're gonna be outnumbered!
It's like he can't be killed.
As far as Drax is concerned, he probably can't!
You're giving in to poor Greenie's obsession. Only by letting go can you move on.
Fortune favors failure.
Beard butts yakking more nonsense.
Does that mean I'm supposed to lose?
Okay, maybe this isn't as simple as I thought.
Oh, it's simple. Keep shooting.
I'm good! Let's get back to
it!
That's why I'm here. I can't.
Peter?
Whoa! Hey, what's happening?
That's it! That's why I couldn't see!
Hey, we ain't dead.
Mantis, I think we did something, but I don't see Drax. Mantis?
Your soothsayer holds no sway here. We are trespassers on tainted land.
Guess that means we're in the right place.
Oh, good. Not creepy at all. Hold up! Look!
I bet I can beat you to the center.
Are you so keen to usurp your father, little one? Not so fast, little one.
Drax! Wait up!
There he is again.
Drax, buddy! Wait up!
Forced to follow.
Damn it! I can hear you,
You
little one.
play pawns on a board built by your opponent.
You got a better idea? I'm all ears.
Assuming we ever catch him, what then?
I'm working on that.
Left, little one.
Huh? You can see
Your
me?
friend is too far fallen to be willed back by words.
For someone who's been no help, you
There! Look!
Hey, how did you beat me?
Because I am your father. You've been playing in your mother's garden again.
I was hunting.
Hunting dirt?
No, I chased it, but it was too quick.
Only fools rush forward. A hunter waits. Chooses her moment.
Drax.
Papa? Are you alright?
Drax, Kamaria, it is time to come home.
What the flark is that?
Yes, little one. Your mother waits.
Insidious succubus! Release your thrall!
It's not Kansas anymore.
What are those? Spawn of shadow! Snuff their source while I widen our
They're
way!
coming from those nests!
The rift relents! Raise the remnants that I might prize our passage! Well, you get all those that! Relent, you wretch!
Pretty sure that's a no! Eviscerated! Whatever the fuck these things are!
We're working on it, man! Those things just keep coming!
Cut off their swords! We'll deal with the stragglers!
Been too long since I blew something up!
That's two!
Keep at it! What's next, Peter?
Don't pop a blood vessel! I have purchase! Prepare to be pulled within! Hold on to your tails! Don't you dare! I ain't cleaning wood chips out of my ground!
Everyone all right?
Define all right.
I think we gotta look at whatever's keeping us from Drax.
You saw simply its spawn.
That black stuff. I saw something like it in my promise.
There will be more.
Is that?
Drax's wife. I think so. Hovat.
Then this must be Drax's home.
You two certainly took your time.
Only fools rush.
Come, my love. Let us go inside.
Drax, buddy.
Your words are wasted wind.
Easy, all right. I got this. Come on, big guy. I know you can hear me.
Why do you haunt me?
We're gonna lose him again.
It's me, buddy. Stormlord, remember? We're all here.
You're stronger than this, Drax.
Come on, you big lug. Don't leave me alone with Quill.
Drax, dinner is ready.
That's not Hovat. You gotta let her go.
Do not know what you ask.
Damn it!
Here we go again.
Damn, 5.
Right, seek and destroy, just like last time.
Make haste. The maw means to snap shut. I cannot contain it.
Peter! Maybe hurry up with those nests?
I cannot breach the barrier while these denizens defy me.
Working on it!
Yo! I can't wait to tell Drax he's got worms.
Oh shit, I'm about to die. No.
All right, seek and destroy, just like last time.
Make haste. The maw means to snap. I cannot contain it.
Watch your back!
Working on it!
At least these things are satisfying to blow up.
Have you tried the nests?
Slice and dice!
Don't pop a blood vessel. I don't know either. We can't just keep chasing Drax.
All right, that should do it. Or not. Did you see? We're starting to get through the tracks.
What I saw is him blowing you off again.
Last one.
Endless entropy. Cease this charade. Cover your eye holes.
This is...
Not good.
Flark and Knowhere is where we are.
Maybe it's not all bad. I don't see any new promise, at least.
We are an empty eternal echo. Naked nothingness.
Not helping. Hobo wizard. Alright, everyone just split up and look for a way out. Or forward, or whatever.
I lose a bet if I die in a dark pit.
It was alone in a dark pit, and you can't pay me if we're both dead.
Drax! Come on, buddy! I know you can hear me!
There! Look!
I can't believe that worked.
Let's go. Part of him is still with us, I'm sure of it.
I hope you've got one hell of a speech plan, Peter.
That makes two of us.
Why are you doing this? Will you not leave me be...
Trust us, Drax. We're trying to help.
By destroying my home.
Your blissful ignorance is in ignoble pursuit.
Easy, Shakespeare. We got this.
Come on. You don't really want to stay in this dark hole?
I would endure the depths of Sarduth to be with my family.
Drax, love. It is time to eat.
Look, I get it, man. They seem really special.
They are the only thing that matters. My Hovat was the most fearless mate I've ever known. She brought me peace even during times of war. My Chimera. My innocent little Chimera. She was the best of us both. Despite her meager stature, they both were. My family is gone. What sits before me?
I don't know. But it's not real. It ain't good.
It is a perversion, fed by desperation.
Without it, I will have nothing. I cannot be alone again.
You're not alone, man. We're here for you.
We've all lost someone, Drax. But it gets easier if you surround yourself with the right people.
I am Groot.
Groot said some mushy stuff. Let's just pretend I said it too. We're a team.
Papa? Are you okay?
Join us, Drax.
It's not her.
Are you hurt, Papa?
Talk to us, love.
I will cherish the time that we had, and not resent the time that we lost. Shall love and honor you both. Always.
How you doing, big guy? You okay?
I am of sound mind, thanks to you all. I owe amends for my lapse in judgment.
Hey, you don't owe us squat. Ain't none of us perfect. It's kind of our thing.
How much do you remember?
Great darkness grew with every lie that I swallowed. The longer I remained with my family, the more certain I became that I could never leave. Dear Quill, your child is in danger. If her pain is half my own, the darkness may consume her entirely.
Not if I can help it.
We gotta be smart about this. There's a whole lot of converted between us and her.
Whole lot of that black blorf, too. And anyone want to tell me why Harry Hobo was able to suck it up?
Morrison, why that thing looked like him.
Because it is me.
Time to go.
Hey, Goldie Braun! Want to get back here and explain that bombshell?
Time is tight, and your understanding unimportant.
Can I shoot him? Come on, let me shoot him. That first fight don't count.
Hey, we're in this together, and Smart Money says it's gonna...
Imagine ambivalent omnipotence, drifting in darkness.
Speaking of dark...
Such was my celestial solitude. Power without purpose, until uncovered by Raker. His crew were convalescent. Plagued by a pox, I was serendipitously suited to soothe.
A ship full of sick people just happens upon someone with limitless healing?
We were need and needed, symptom and solace. He worshipped the wonder of my ways and declared me divine.
I think we know where this is going.
I do not know where this is going.
This is the scary part.
As the flock of followers fawned, a dark delight developed deep within me. And in the shadows it spoke. Weak whelps, pernicious priesting, feeble fools fit for feasting. Hubris made hunger. A cancerous craving called Magus.
What did it want?
Complete devotion. I too heard this voice, and could hear nothing else.
Adulation, flagellation, gorged with grief and consternation.
I told you this was the scary part.
It was pure putrefaction, sown from the seed of my strength. My soul stone gone sour. I resolved to rip it out.
Out? How?
A mechanical marvel wrought by Raker would sever the stone from my skull and excise the evil entangled within.
Translation: you let Raker steal your powers.
Whatever his wayward wander, he was on that day my friend. He swore to separate sanctity from sin, that my healing could yet be harnessed without harm.
Sure, but who's harnessing it?
I'm with Rocket. Raker knew exactly what he was doing. That man's a master manipulator. Damn it! Now you've got me doing it.
I bear no blame for my fallen friend. Our errant experiment all but broke us both.
Then how do you explain how your best bud got his hands on the stone and is now taking over the galaxy?
I cannot.
I think I can answer that. After I rejected my promise, I got pulled into Nikki's. Corel was there. She was trying to show me something.
Peter, you can't trust anything you saw in there.
This was different, and it felt different. She took me back to the QZ and I saw that Magus thing. I saw it get all twisted up with Nikki and I saw it kill Corel.
You hear yourself? How'd she show you this if she's dead?
Quite conceivably. Her soul may be snared by the stone, chained to the child.
That's what Corell said. The three of them are somehow connected. She said Nikki needs to accept her death.
Magus preys upon her pain, manipulates her mind while feeding on her flock of followers.
And I'm guessing it never gets full.
Its appetite is insatiable. If unassailed, Magus will absorb all.
We're gonna need one hell of a plan.
Well, you better come up with it quick, because I see daylight.
The bond between Magus and Matriarch must be broken. It harvests its hunger through the host.
So, Nikki's like the head vampire. If we cure her, it'll free the rest. Why didn't you just say that?
So step 1, find Nikki.
Step 2, convince her mom ain't coming back from the dead.
Step 3, get that stone away from her and mop the floor with that Magus thing.
You show no shortage of assurance.
Yeah, this one's Mr. Positivity. It's enough to make you sick.
The stone is both bondage and bridge for Magus, and a young mind is most malleable. If Magus is merged with hers, she may not survive the severing.
We won't let it come to that.
Not to join the Golden Downer, but how are we supposed to find the kid? What are you... Oh, Flark.
Oh, Flark.
We've got the Cortex. They can go anywhere, convert anyone.
Now,
Why does that sound like you're not coming with us?
these are my people. Some still survive if I stay.
Then we'll stay and help.
Go. I'll be where I'm needed when I need to be. Just trust me.
Don't go dying on me. I'm starting to actually get you. You wanna pop a squat, golden boy? You're making me nervous.
Or perhaps your nerves need gnawing.
What did I do?
This precarious plan proves more meek by the moment. The Madonna was meant to be among us.
She knows what she's doing. Eventually.
Sorry sins I have wrought to wrest me among such a motley crew.
Did he? Did he take my room?
Much as a yip from the mud. Groot says he'll keep trying. Where's Mr. Fancy Words?
It is assumed Peter Quill's quarters. It was a daring display of dominance.
Don't you start.
Usually I'd say who needs him, but we do. So you better fix this one, Quill.
Just try not to piss him off any more than he already is.
If it is to be a fight to the death, I will honor the outcome.
If he kills you, I get your guns.
You're winning that fight. Took all 5 of us to beat him last time.
I still can't believe he caught one of my smart bombs. Just like that.
We have already fought the match.
Hold on. You don't remember?
We're sparring against the Celestial Madonna in a small village. And then the cold darkness of the promise devouring my soul. Until you found me.
Yeah, you missed a lot.
All right, let me talk to the crew.
seem like you're in a good mood.
Huh, do I? I've got a great idea for a new blaster extension. Can't wait to put it together.
Well, now that the gang's back together and we've got a minute to breathe, I think you deserve an official thank you for what you did on Lamentus.
Quill,
I know you don't like that kind of sappy stuff, but I really mean it. Knowing about the crap those scientists did to you, not only does it make my blood boil, it puts everything into perspective.
Come on, it was just a puddle.
I don't know if I could have gotten over something like that.
You saved our lives, man. You deserve a bit of praise.
The rodents saved your lives, and scientists were involved. I have many questions.
Yeah, we'll save them for the next time we all get a drink together, buddy.
Moore, are you okay letting Mantis fight the church alone out there?
She won't fight. She'll focus on evacuating people. Maybe they can all hide in the caves.
So she's just gonna let the church take over her homeworld?
Mantis would tell you that people matter more than the planet. And she knows that the church won't stop coming until we rescue Nikki.
You have great confidence in this celestial Madonna.
She's one of the few people I know I can trust.
Really? She freaks me out.
Because she's smarter than you?
And kinder.
Hey, that nickname makes my skin crawl. I'm furry, not fuzzy. Not even that little.
Glad you're back on our side, Drax. I got a feeling we'll need to go full destroyer on this one.
I shall be ready, Peter Quill. I have witnessed the threat posed by Magus firsthand. No one should suffer from its malignant lies. I owe all of you a great debt of gratitude. It'd be my honor to fight beside you with all of my might.
That's a lot of might. Groot agrees with you, Muscles.
Sounds like we've got ourselves a nice church butt-kicking party.
I only hope our guest agrees to join this buttocks-striking celebration.
Buttocks.
Did you...
Is that buttocks?
Close the refrigerator door.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
I thought I was the only one who ever bothered.
I thought I was the only one.
I observed the tree closing at once.
It just keeps opening back up.
Kinda glad Loop-de-Loop stayed on Lamentus. My ears were ringing from all her nonsense.
I prefer Mantis's nonsense to Warlock's.
The Golden Man is perfectly intelligible.
Sure, his words make sense. I'm just having trouble with all the pathos.
Yeah, like, what's with the dramatic wardrobe change? Who sleeps in a cocoon and owns a cape?
Capes are nice. I actually dig the cape.
My shoulders are sore.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Warlock. Open up. This is my room, you know. And that would be my cassette cover.
You penned this pithy poetry?
It's not poetry, it's music. Hard rock. It's supposed to have guitars and bass and drums.
Simplistic scriptures, as is its scribe.
Okay. What's your deal, man? What did I do to piss you off?
Your lamentable leadership allowed the Madonna to leave when we needed her talents to travel to the telepathic realm.
Mantis had good reason to stay behind. We just need to get Nikki and get the hell out so we can find her again.
Your tenuous tactics trust too much to fortune. Can you confidently convince me your meager measures may amply manage this mission?
Yes. Absolutely.
Wise words. Sure and measured. But beheld by my bemused misgivings, your demeanor differs distinctly in direction from my more willful ways.
Maybe we can meet in the middle then.
Yes. An oath. Will you own an oath to operate with greater aggression? To give gravitas to gravid seasons of your soul and struggle not to stand on destiny's icy flows?
Sure, man. Whatever it takes.
Then assert it.
I swear I'll be a good leader. That I'll be decisive and that I won't let Manus do whatever she wants.
I stand partially reassured.
What about you, Mr. Fancy Words? How do I know you won't see Raker and have a change of heart?
Why would I weasel away?
Didn't you used to be best buds with him?
We were common company for a fleeting fallow, through which I witnessed the incommensurable extent of his sadness. He mourns his lost son.
That's why he's doing all of this. The church, the matriarch? Because he wants to get his kid back. But that can't happen, right? Magus can't...
No. Cannot.
So? We can count on you? When you reunite with Raker, that man's gotta go down.
Indubitably.
Would a wanton hand supply sustenance to this chamber?
He's asking for room service now?
Come get your own. We've got a full fridge. So, how is he?
Frustrating. It's like talking to Suzanne Harris at the summer dance all over again.
Ain't that the Humie girl you tried to impress with your yo-yo skills?
Yeah, and it went about as well as talking to Mr. Cape.
What's a yo-yo?
If you ask for a rubber ducky grenade, I'm gonna bite your toes off.
Feisty, feisty.
And it's done. Now that that's done, can we get a move on, Jelly Legs?
Where's Groot? Down under. Let's see how he doing.
Hey, that one's from Lamentis. Does that mean it's a sacred plant? Groot, did you steal a sacred plant from Lamentis? Thanos sucked. I'm glad you stopped Corel from killing the Shatari Queen. I'm sure she was too.
Groody doody. Oh, here you are.
Did you reach Cosmo? It may be up to us to stop the church in Knowhere. You ready?
I am Groot.
He's worried about the mutt. Says it would be easier with his help.
I didn't think Cosmo would let the church take over his station. But if they got the Cortex, then...
He is but one canine against the army of the converted.
That explains why we ain't been able to reach Cosmo.
If you don't answer it, they'll vaporize us.
I will handle this communication.
All yours, buddy.
Hail, traveler. Have you accepted the truth of the divine promise?
We have. My deceased wife and daughter are with me. Thank the matriarch for her gift.
May the promise be fulfilled. You are clear to land at the spaceport.
all them bars and betting parlors.
And noodle joints.
Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
I assume it will be worse.
Raker rallies regiments while we wait whistling in the wings.
Landing as fast as I can, go.
What the flark? Great! Cocoon Boy thinks he's a butterfly now!
He is a man of action.
Let's just hope that he can keep the church busy while we look for Nikki.
Didn't think you'd be able to bluff your way through security, Muscles.
I am quite adept at deception.
We're gonna need more than that to get to the Continuum Cortex and rescue Nikki.
Especially with Golden Boy jumping ship. Should we, like, try to find him?
Time is running out. We cannot lose focus if we are to save the girl.
Drax is right. Let's just hope Warlock can do a bit of damage on his side.
Warlock.
So, final showdown against Raker. This time, you'll get him for good.
I intend to. We're not leaving here without Nikki. Just so you know, I'll do everything I can to save your girl. I know it's important to you.
We're all a bit scared, bud. But we got no choice.
You take care of the Milano, okay? Make sure the ship's still here when we come back.
As we were leaving Lamentus, Peter Quill compared the Matriarch's predicament to that of a head vampire. I assume these are Terran creatures.
Oh, yeah. According to Quill, there's some kind of Earth people that drink blood and burn up in sunlight.
That doesn't sound like the Matriarch.
I would prefer a comparison with the Catathian Duthbar, a creature that feasts on the dreams of sleepers and enslaves them in eternal slumber.
Hey, Groot, let's never go to Katath.
I am Groot.
Groot wants you to know he'll do all he can to save your kid.
You know what? I think I kinda understood that.
I am Groot.
Same here. Can't wait to whoop some robe flarkers. Your kid sure got herself in a deep, Quill.
Her mom died, man. If Warlock's telling the truth, that thing inside her is using Corell's death to manipulate her.
I get it. Ain't gonna be easy getting her out of there, but I'll die trying. Gotta make the flarkers pay for what they did to Knowhere. And Contraxion. And all the killing and converting and stuff.
Ready, Drax?
I am. My blades are as sharp as the rodent's tongue.
Was that a metaphor?
It was a simile.
Just wanted to make sure you didn't have any lingering effects from the promise.
I know the evil it conceals. Magus and the church must be stopped.
All right. Let's go, gang.
It's time to save Nikki.
Whoa.
Peter.
Okay. Just be cool. Let me handle these guys.
Welcome, travelers. Have you come to witness the fulfillment?
The what now?
The realization of the Matriarch's promise. The beginning of a new world. One without death, or pain, or fear. You should know this. Weren't you vetted and cleared to land here?
What? Of course we were.
How are you not aware of the fulfillment? Something is wrong. These heretics must be stopped. Attack!
Whip them up, Drax! Incoming attack! Do not let the Flying One mend his team!
What's the opposite of heal? Let's do that to him! What the? Coach is choosing his team members! I was just trying to wake him up!
Having fun praying on the week? Freeze is channeling power into that one!
Somebody squat that fly!
My great strength goes underutilized!
Her light surges!
Bomb it at him, big guy! The blockhead's amping up his buddies!
Then put him in a body bag! Problem? Solution! Hey, Quill! Want to see some fireworks? Save your nice words for later, Quill! This one just eats ammo! Look! The sorcerer heals his ilk!
All the more reason to kill him first!
Gotta get on Flatface! Friends!
You can't do that without a head! Careful!
What the?
Jesus.
Choosing his team members! Guys, huddle up!
It's time to juice my teammates up.
What a bunch of losers! Me and Groot, we win this in our sleep.
Thanos used to time me in fights like this just to make it interesting.
They are no match for these blades, Peter Quill.
Guys! Have you forgotten who we are? We fear none.
Why would we fear? We're winning.
Right, exactly. Because we've never known another way but winning. Who's with me?
Way to read the team, Peter!
Wrong answer.
Target on him! What is next, Peter Quill? Drax, destroy! Come on, put him down! Incoming!
Can't tell if they feel pain, but I know when they feel dead!
Wacko's better pray their new world comes without death or pain or fear. Cause I'm gonna kill him for flarking up this spaceport.
They have been very busy redecorating.
All the more reason for us to get to the Cortex and fight them.
The rift's the end of the known universe, but don't see how it figures into anything.
Got my man's a cape.
Scott! Cosmos Tower's shut down.
That's because it's never been dark before. You do realize some of the guys shooting at us were Knowhere security?
This does not bode well for the dog.
Never was the Mutt's biggest fan, but we could have used a backup telepath.
If Cosmo is on their side, getting to the Cortex could be a lot harder.
The Church believes they have already won. We must use that to our advantage.
Just because the tower shut down doesn't mean Cosmo is too. Last time we were here, he knocked out me, Gamora, and Drax, and Lady Hellbender's bounty hunters, like it was nothing. Just gotta have faith he's okay.
Really, Peter? Faith?
There does appear to be an excess of it stored here.
Dreading what we're gonna see in the marketplace. Yeah, but it'll be up close. Nowhere really stunk sometimes, but...
Flark! Over there!
There's so many of them. I thought most nobodies would have rejected the promise.
Everyone wants something they can't have.
Yeah, but these crooks were suspicious of anyone giving them anything for free.
You're right, Rocket. The people who lived here were rough. I once saw someone beat someone else to a pulp because they gave them a compliment. No way they'd willingly join up.
A sword to the throat can be very convincing.
Damn, this place looks like shit.
On Hell's Hope.
Perhaps they have built another giant ray gun inside the Continuum Cortex.
To siphon faith from multiple worlds at once? Is that even possible?
The energy ain't filling these batteries. It's moving away from them.
So they're powering something.
Sure looks like it.
Hey, check it out. We got bad guys.
They do not fear death.
Don't mean we can't hurt him first. Why has the Gold One not massacred them?
He killed Breaker before I get to him!
You guys aren't important enough for the fulfillment! You're talking the tracks there, Iron! Continue!
More batteries the deeper we go. 100 units says they're tied to the fulfillment.
Priest said that they were bringing...
They can't raise the dead, especially after we save Nikki.
We will need to tell a Rhapsodus about these adventures.
Oh, what?
They are the keepers of Catathian lore. This will be an epic. Tale.
That'll be an epic tale.
Over here! Looks like we can squeeze through.
We must be close to Mantlow's bar. Can you see it?
Not really. There's a lot of debris in the way.
There is no way through this wall.
Could be a bunch of wackos just waiting for us on the other side.
Good point. Peter!
Well, that didn't work.
Clark, I'm going in.
What about the fanatics?
I'll toast them if I see them. We're the only ones that can do this, right?
Gamora, you should be able to get your sword in there now. Give me a boost.
Oh, Scott! Not Mantlow's. Look at her. This is personal, Quill.
It's personal.
know how much you love this dive.
It was the one spot in this whole flarkin' galaxy where a guy could feel safe. I mean, except for the bar brawls and the security raids and the bounty hunters.
We'll drink to it later. Right now, we've got to keep moving.
This place is all kinds of.
I've been thinking about what Warlock said.
Which part? He hasn't stopped talking since we met him.
About how Nikki and that Magus thing might be too intertwined to save her.
Okay. Gotta make a passage here.
Can I push it?
Wonder if any of these fortune tellers saw this coming.
Unlikely. They were all charlatans.
Most of them were pickpockets and fences. Pretty useful people to know.
Tried pushing, to no avail.
I'm not gonna appear, so I can push this shit. What the fuck going on here?
Seize the cortex. It seemed pretty secure last time.
Wasn't half as secure as the dog thought.
The Church's forces increased by the tick. Their superior numbers could have easily breached the defenses.
While we got just the 5 of us. Filling us all with confidence there, big guy. So, you gonna move this thing or what?
I'm trying. I'm trying. It ain't popping up. Got to reload the last checkpoint.
I had a contact here rotations ago.
You did? Was it Blurf? No. Shudupun. Hooks, maybe? Whoa. Cat-free. He always gave Groot the creeps. Thinking this calls for a Spardoy solution, Quill?
Right. Just reload last checkpoint. Maybe that'll help.
Over here! Looks like we can squeeze through.
We must be close to Mantlow's bar. Can you see it?
Not really. There's a lot of debris in the way.
There is no way through this wall.
Could be a bunch of wackos just waiting for us.
Peter!
Well, that didn't work.
Clark, I'm going in.
What about the fanatics? Gamora, you should be able to get your sword in there now. Give me a boost.
Let's hope it holds.
Oh,
Yahoo!
not Mantlow's. Look at her. This is personal, Quill.
I know how much you love this dive.
It was the one spot in this whole flarkin' galaxy where a guy could feel safe. I mean, except for the bar brawls and the security raids and the bounty hunters.
We'll drink to it later. Right now, we've got to keep moving.
Alright, this shit busted still. Still busted.
I've been thinking about what Warlock said.
Which part? He hasn't stopped talking since we met him.
Okay. Gotta make a passage here.
There has been no sign of Goldie Braun since he left from our ship.
Adam Warlock.
Might be splattered somewhere across the lower city.
Or got picked up by a wandering creep squad.
Yeah, what do we need the Golden Boy for anyways? We were doing fine without him.
I was not fine. Magus was devouring my soul. Your memory is suspect.
My memory is flawless. I'm just an optimist.
Ha! You know why we need Warlock to stop Magus's space magic ritual? We don't know space magic!
Yeah, because that ain't a real thing.
Man, I'm not so sure.
What's this? Oh shit. That's the direction we came from.
Careful, Peter Quill.
Guys, look down. There's an awful lot of light.
You're thinking it's the full Flarkman, ain't you? But it could just be runoff from the cables. Whatever these whack jobs are up to, they need a lot of juice.
Perhaps this is how they powered their fleet to reach Lamentus.
Nah, the Cortex could handle that on its own.
Nikki had Warlock's Soul Stone in her hand. What if it's fused there and Raker's trying to remove it?
Like he did with Goldilocks? Didn't work all that well the first time.
They have sensed the evil in the stone and insisted they try again.
Or she's outlived her usefulness and Raker wants the stone's power for himself.
Regardless, we must reach the Undercity to find the girl and stop whatever they are doing.
I have to be ready for them to try and stop us.
In order to bring their loved ones back to life.
Think about it.
That's not the way to Cosmos.
Might be something down there we can use. Fruit.
The seedy underbelly. You know, they used to run a poacher's ring out of here.
Is that what that smell was?
Rotting beasts from Maklufo. really hoping there'd be hover bikes down here.
Why would there be?
No outrageous parking fees, for one. And two, sometimes you want to drop something off without anyone else seeing.
Can you squeeze in?
Let's see where it goes.
So if there were hover bikes down here,
We could have hopped on and zipped down to the lower city. Me and Groot used to do it all the time. There you go. Should be safe.
thank Flark these boots are waterproof.
Oh. Just realized Rocket seems a lot nicer than
Let's continue.
what he was
Dead end 2.
before we got here.
Our level of cooperation is invigorating. We have become a formidable team.
Yep, sure have, Drax.
Ain't we just one big, happy Flarkin family? What are you doing with that garbage?
She's not garbage.
Behold the power of the light! Via Magnati! The Guardians of the Galaxy! Save the believers and alert the Grand Unifier! Your movement must not be stopped!
That's it. We finally snapped. Gamora, wait for us.
There are more arriving!
Found some parking hover bikes. Again?
Plus one for me! Throw that, Drax! At least we stopped whatever that priest was doing here!
A full sportsman? Nah, can't be that easy.
You won't ruin her this time!
Ruin who? What's going on right now, Gamora?
Gamora's going ape shit.
Gamora! What's going on?
I got all these toys. I'm just dying to use.
This guy barely feels it!
Watch it. He's healing his buddies.
And he should be the first to die!
Smash him up, Red! Whatever happened to not running in?
The larger one is mine!
Blockhead sending out big bad rays of sunshine!
Putting him away first will make things much easier!
He just went bonkers!
Never better.
Yep, definitely not good. Gamora, wait, hold on a sec.
Why? So more children can be sacrificed in the name of Raker's flarked up church?
Of course not,
Just what, Peter?
I don't know.
Every minute we waste. We don't have time to breathe.
I know Raker brings back bad memories.
This isn't about Thanos. It's about Nikki and what men like Raker and Thanos do to girls like her. Like me. My sister. If I had just been better at protecting Nebula, maybe she wouldn't be dead.
Whoa. What? Nebula's dead? How? By who? Tell me, so I can find him and shake his Ratak in hand.
By me.
You killed your sister?
She is the one you saw in the Matriarch's promise.
That's how I knew it was a lie. The Nebula I knew had been twisted into a hateful, vengeful monster thing. One who would never stop unless I stopped her. So I did. I just never expected to survive.
Why didn't you say something?
It's not exactly a conversation starter. Hi, I'm Gamora. I murdered my sister. Can we be friends? Of course we can't. How can you be friends with a monster? Why would you want that on your team? A team I actually kind of enjoyed being on, all things considered.
Well, I hate Nebula, so I actually would have... What? I'm just saying it don't change nothing.
Actually, it changes everything. The most deadly woman in the galaxy just admitted she loves us.
I did not.
You did. You said you were in love with us right after the part about killing your sister.
I said I enjoyed your company.
That is the Catathian definition of love.
Like. I'll give you like. Can we just move on?
Agreed. That's about all the love fest I can take.
We accept you, Gamora Zenuburi.
Pretty sure we're married now.
This is excruciating.
All right, I'm pretty sure we've all caught our breath. Let's say we go stop a nutjob cult leader.
Yes.
Right.
Incoming!
So we can forget what I just said, right?
I am glad you confided in us, Gamora. Move away, Rocket! They are coming at us from everywhere!
Don't stop us from stopping them!
Raker doesn't know what he's in for! I will make you choke with flies!
Feels like I've been shooting that big bot for hours! Good night, Gamora!
No! I wasn't being insensitive!
It's past time someone got stabbed!
Hey!
Well done, you two! A tactfully executed maneuver!
Been too long since I blew something up!
Rocket! Blast him! Man, that giant robot can take a lot of pain!
Things built tough!
You just
We need to really pile it on!
combat is sure to draw the Warlock's attention.
Maybe he's already saved Nikki?
Think like a tree! My knuckles failed to crack its metallic carapace! Load up!
Still can't believe you killed Nebula.
Gamora did what needed to be done!
Ha ha! Look who's flirting with the assassin!
Ding! Round 2!
We're barely scratching the big thing's paint!
The solution is simple! We must take it out first!
What's next, Peter?
Trash! Kick their butts! The mechanical beast is running out of limbs!
How do they have this many goons?
With access to the Cortex, who knows how many reserve forces they can bring in here. We gotta shut it down!
Let's get to the bridge. Cosmos Tower is the quickest way. That seems long enough for a bridge.
Unless it crumbles when it falls.
Drax?
I have been eager to topple something over.
Topple away, boy.
You know, I usually hated when that Cosmos spotlight would shine down on me.
Really? A fate force field?
If we can find the power source, we should be able to turn it off.
Let's get looking then.
That's it, Peter! Let's go! We need to get out of here before Raker shows up.
All right, dead ahead! Let's book it!
Now is not the time!
Guardians of the Galaxy. The Matriarch has chosen to enact the fulfillment from this station. And you shall not stop her.
She hasn't chosen anything. You've been manipulating her from the start.
She is the light. And I am merely her servant.
Kinda hard to be the light with that dark monster thingy inside of her.
Blasphemy! You may have rejected her promise, but you will believe when it returns you from death's cold clutches.
Your pain has pushed you to a perilous precipice, old friend.
It can't be. I saw you die.
Form is fleeting, but the foundation remains forever. Now cease this stubborn senselessness, before it reaps a ruinous reward.
Oops.
Brace yourself! Sorcerer protects the rest!
Fucking rocket.
Reason to kill him first!
Guys, huddle up!
These blades are thirsty!
Mine too. I want to run in there right now and do some serious damage, Peter.
So what if these scuts are tough?
Tough?
I'm saying we're no slouches either. We've got plenty of scratches on our holsters to prove it, so come on. Who's with me?
That's
Here we go.
Uni.
Yup! Get on the flat face, healing his buddies!
Slash him, Gamora!
Well, watch it!
The Rhapsodists will tell tale of our battles here!
Oh man! Back on Earth, there was this great song!
On the left!
Fucking snipers! Dash cowards!
We need to close this distance!
This'll work! Back onto the bridge!
Leapfrog?
It's a... Just follow my lead! Crush them, Drax!
This has got my name on it! Make sure you don't fall off!
Golden Boy and Unisparker are still at it!
I thought the frog stuff was this top!
We're sitting ducks!
You are wrong on both counts!
He means we can't stay here!
On this we are agreed!
Gamora! The billboard!
Good call!
You find more snipers over there! You saved me one!
No promises!
We approach the dog's tower!
We still have to fight our way through!
The trick is to defeat them before they defeat you!
Big problems call for the big solution! Thanks, Drax!
Of course it was easier to get to before!
Crap! Now it's Nova!
They're gonna need a huge recruitment drive after this!
Man! I totally laid out that psycho soldier!
Will's killing loopy cops now! Music to my ears!
We approach the dog's tower! I have vanquished this Nova Corps
coming!
with my fists!
Toss him around! What the? I like the crossing bridge without incident!
Thank Goldie for that!
The Warlock saved us from certain death!
I ain't scared of Ranger, you little white show! What's next, Peter?
That Nova Corps dude was bonkers!
Way to knock some sense into him!
Will tell
Oh.
The what now?
Eyes on the
I knew
prize!
you had my back!
Prepare for pain!
Okay! We gotta get to that elevator!
At least the rooftops will provide some cover!
Get down here! Let me shoot you!
On the Nova Corps, zombie!
That soldier was delirious, but now he is dead!
Deadliest woman in... Crap! Now it's Nova!
You're not Nova anymore, Peter! Dodge this!
Well done! Ye shall fly no more!
Keep them busy, crew!
We approach the dog's tower!
Then we're almost halfway there!
Pleasure!
Mop.
Is that why you shot him?
Oh yeah, that was great. Right in the butt. Did you see the look on his face? It was all like, oh, my gilded glutes.
His perfect posterior. His
chin cheeks.
Wow. My golden glutes.
Did you see Raker's face when he showed up?
Someone to watch out space talk! These renegades are relentless!
Nowhere showed up.
As long as they're here, they can't go through with the whatever they called it.
The full Floriment!
That was not the name!
I like it better!
Branch out, you! We approach the dog's tower!
Then we're almost halfway there.
I am trying to destroy!
Okay, we gotta get to that elevator.
At least the rooftops will provide some cover!
Never see it coming! Make sure you don't fall off!
Draw their fire while I cross to the next roof!
Running and gunning on roof.
That ass here.
Finally, I think they're giving up.
Just in time, because we're not getting back on that bridge.
I know where we are. There's a road nearby that intersects the main bridge to Cosmos.
Where?
It should be, right below us.
This carnage brings back troubling memories of worlds I destroyed.
Whoa.
That's one way down. At least our guy seems to be winning.
For now.
What's so special about Goldie anyway? Yeah, he's strong. But what good is strong against ridiculous, unrelenting firepower?
Could you stop a turbulent ocean with your bullets?
Ba-ba-ba-boom, baby!
You sure are destroying a lot of advertising today.
Like we need another reminder to buy Calyx cream.
Battle must have been tremendous. Is any of this structurally sound?
Something tells me it never was.
Yep, that's part of Knowhere's charm. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I am Groot.
Groot thinks we'll be Knowhere royalty once we save it. Assuming they don't blame us for the Grand Unicorn. We're so close.
Oh, shit.
Always knew Knowhere would get raided, but not like this. Thought it would be the world mind cracking down on them.
They do have Nova Corps converts in their forces. You weren't completely wrong.
Cosmo, he must have bribed so many people to keep this place fun.
Don't suppose Groot knows another side route.
If I could just get to the other side, I could hack that thing and drop the bridge.
If you can get to the other side, we can get to the other side, and it wouldn't matter.
Throw me.
What?
Throw me! Just get muscles to huck me across.
Do you have any idea how far down it is if you miss?
We ain't got time to argue. I'll make it.
Leave this to me!
Glad that wasn't wrong.
You are a valued member of this team. Not a tool to be thrown thrown about.
Worried about this ritual. And what's really gonna happen if we can't stop it.
Ain't gonna be dead people coming back, holding hands and wagging tails, that's for sure.
No, more likely Magus will use the ritual's power to drain the life energies of all in attendance.
We won't have to worry about that. I know I can get through to Nikki. This is Raker's doing, not hers.
I won't give up on her either.
Nor will I.
Yeah, and neither will the Grand Unicorn.
You will regret it.
All right, I think I'm going to stop right here for the time being. And we'll get this shit popping on the next video. Until then, stay tuned.